So last session, we actually talked about some of this. We said we're going to start from the Insert tab. Okay, so we moved from the Home tab and we went to the Insert tab. All right, we moved from the Home tab and went to Insert tab. We saw some basic commands, right? We saw the cover page command. That is a predefined document. It's a predefined page that gets appended to the front of your page. That is page 1. We saw the blank page. It gets appended to the last, what do we call it? To the last page in your document, right? Then we saw the page break that takes you to the next line, even if you are not through typing or you are not through doing anything on this page. I am not through doing anything, for example, anything here. So if I click on the page break, it takes me to the next page. You can see page 3 from page 2, even if you are not there. And that's pretty much clear to everybody, I guess. Okay, I said we are going to look at the table and the picture command. Okay, we have looked at the picture command. It enables you to select image file from wherever you have saved it. Then we also looked at the clip arts. You can select a collection. You can select from a collection of, and you put it in your documents. And we looked at basic shapes. You can select any shape here. This is going to be helpful for those in mathematics. You want to prepare your lesson plan. You want to have illustration in your, what do you call it then? So you can see what we have there. All right. Let's move on. Let's move on. So now we are going to continue from word art. Word art. What art is the
Please, I just trying to bring this thing down. Let's copy. Even if you can't see, it's okay. Exactly.
So let's quickly look at what arts. The word arts is a predefined text document, is a predefined text design that can be added to a document. Is a predefined text designs that can be added to a document.
I know it's good.
One minute.
Hey.
1 minute, 1 minute. Please, 1 minute. Just give me 1 minute. Okay, so a predefined text designs that can be added to a document. It has a whole lot of beauty. You're going to appreciate it by the time you start using it. I can't wait for you to start using it. Now, let's go. You go to insert. What do we want to insert? We want to insert what? Word art. So let's choose this one. And let's give it a name of God is good. We know that God is always good all the time. So God is good. Once you click on OK, look at what we have here. You have the text that we have put in. I'm going to select another one. Another one. We go to insert. I will click on word art. Let's
Okay,
change it
okay.
to NCI CIT. Once you click on enter, it gets added to your page. 1 minute.
Madam, good morning.
1 minute. All right. So let's continue. You can as well come to insert menu, word arts. Let's look at another design. This is fine. New design. Let's just call it new design. So by the time you click on OK, see what we have on the screen. This is what we have on the screen. So with word art, you can start doing little and simple designs. So we can even select the type of view. We can even change the format. Okay, so you can select anything. You can do anything from there. All right. So once you click outside, that's disappeared. Okay. When you click on it again, when you double click on it, it brings back all these options. Then you can select and do all of those stuff that you want to do with it. Double click. We have another. So you can see as I'm changing, it's also giving me another design. So I've selected this. So it's very, 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 very beautiful. So that's the use of word art. You can see you can add a text that looks like a very good design, and is actually a 3D design in a text format. So but you know, they can ask you to lead the steps to achieve this in your exam. The step is not hard. Let me just keep it here. Steps. You just need to select insert tab, right? Click on word art. After clicking on word art, right? Select a design. That is your design that you want. Select a design. Type in a text for the design as the text you want to see, and click on insert word art. I get. So let's go through it one more time. I'm going to delete all these that I have here. All right, so let's go through it one more time. Let's look at the steps. The steps to inserting a word art. We select an insert, sorry. Select an insert tab, which is this. The second step, we click on word art. This is word art. So we select the word art command. So after clicking on that, we select a design. Let's click. So we have different designs here. So we select a design. After selecting design, you can see the next thing it brought us to is what, right? You type a text. So if you should just leave it as your text here and you click OK, that's what you're going to see. So insert word art. Okay, select word art. Let me use this. Click OK. This is not inside. Just click OK. So you are going to see the design come up strong. This should not be a big deal to some of us. Let me just paste this on the Some of us are already using it. So, okay, let's go to table, which is very, 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 very important in the course of this class. You cannot run away from table questions. Any questions on table, you can't run away from it. So let's go to table. All right. What is a table? A table consists of rows and what? And columns. That's a simple definition of a table. It contains rows and what? And columns. Running from the left to the right, it is called a row. A row is running, or a row is an horizontal measure, while a column is the vertical measure. All right. So that is basically what we mean by what? By table. So when you organize your data into rows and columns, then you are putting up what is called a what? A table. Okay. So when you click on the table command, you can draw table. Look at this command. You can insert table by specifying the number of rows that you want and the number of columns that you want, right? Or you want to draw. I don't know. I don't know how many tables I want. I just want to draw, like I'm drawing. So you can see my very horrible table. It doesn't matter. So that is what the draw table command will do under insert what table. Okay. So you can also select. I can also select here the rows and the columns. So you can see if I should look at the top of this where you have insert table. Once I hover my mouse on it, then it tells me 6 by 4, which means 6 columns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? 6 columns and 4 rows.
4 rows.
Where we have 10, 16, 22, 28, they are called what? Columns. Where we have 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, they are called rows. All right. So that is why I said a table contains a row. This is a row from left to the right. This is a row. All right. And this is what? A column. Okay. So these are rows and these are what? Are columns. All right. Now, a cell. Let me quickly talk about a cell. It's still a subset of table. I will still continue by saying a cell is a place where a row and a column met. 1 minute. I said, all right. A cell is a place where a row and a column met. Okay. Now, when you look at this table very well, let me use this particular column. Okay. This is an intersection of two things. Look at this. This is coming like this, right? And there's another one running from the left to the right. Okay. Let me use a color so that let me use another thing so that you can understand very well what I'm talking about. Just 1 minute. Never mind what I want to do here. I just want to give it. Okay. Just a minute. I want to show you This that I mean by intersection of rows and columns. Let me select this row, give all the text there a color of red, right? And let me select this column and give all the text in here a color of green. Okay, now looking at this table, this is cell 18. Is a place where this row, you can see the row is running from the left, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, right, to the right. And look at this column, is running from the top to the bottom, 12, 18, 24, 30. So this place is the junction where the left one and the one coming from the top, where they met. So this is what? This is a cell. This thing that I'm clicking on is a what? Is a cell, because it is a place where all these ones run from the left to the right, and the ones that are running from the top to the bottom, where they what? They met. So every element in a table are what? Are cells. So this is a cell, this is a cell, this is a cell, this is a cell, excuse me, this is a cell, this is a cell, this is a cell. So all these things that you are seeing here, 10 is occupying a cell, 11 is another cell, 12 is another cell. So all these things are what? Are cell. So a cell is a basic unit of a what? Of a table. Okay? While a row is running from the left to the what? To the right. While a column is running from the top to the what? To the bottom. So I just hope this is as clear as. So this is a table, and what are the steps to be taken to insert a table? The first one, you click on insert, click on insert tab. Click on insert tab. That's the first thing. Okay. You select the table command. Select table command. That's the command. Then the proper way, then you click on what? Insert table. Click on insert table. Then you specify what you want for your columns and what you want from your what? For your rows. So I told you that these are columns. Okay, and these are what? Are rows. So if I should select 2 rows, it means I'll have 1, 2. And I'll select 5 columns, then I'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, that is clear. So here in the step, you specify the rows and columns. Right? After specifying, then you click on what? OK. And click on OK. As simple as ABC. Okay, so this alone is the step that you follow to insert a table. In the next 10 minutes, we are going to create a timetable, and we are going to call it a meal timetable. Let me remove this table. Delete table. Okay. So these are the steps to creating, to inserting a table. So let's go through the step again. Click on Insert tab, right? Select the table command. Click on Insert Table. Let's use the insert. Click on Insert Table, then specify the rows. So for example, if the question asks us to create a table of 5 columns and 4 rows, so we'll specify 4 rows, 5 columns. Just leave everything the way it is. Then click what? OK. So you can see we have the table. Okay. Another thing I want to tell you, is that wherever you have your cursor, wherever you have your what is it called? This your mouse pointer here that is blinking here, your beam. That is where the table gets inserted. For example, if I should have it blinking here before my text, so it means the table is going to be inserted here. Just watch. Once I click OK, you can see that it is at the top of the what or of the process that we have listed here. So let me give you this. Like I have said, you just need to practice to get used to all of these things. They are not difficult. They just require you to try your hands, get your hands dirty, and get going. They are very, very simple. Okay, so let's create a timetable, right? Mail timetable. That's our class activity for today. I'm going to add some styles. I want it to be at the center. I'm going to use the centralized. I want the font type, the font size. You still remember what I told you about the size, the font size? I want it to be bigger than this. I want the text to be blue. Okay. I want to change the style. I want it to look catchy. Okay. So I want to insert my table at the bottom. So I click on insert, right? According to these steps I've given here, click on table command, click on insert table, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 5 is okay. How many rows? 5 rows. So let's create 5 by 5. All right. So I have created 5 columns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I've created 5 rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cool. So I want to create a timetable. Definitely, I'm going to have days here. Days. Here I have Monday. I have Tuesday. Let me just do it. Then Wednesday. Here I have first lecture. Let me call it first lecture. I don't want it to, or let me just put first class. Second class. Then I want this place to be break. I'll show you how you do that. Then I have the final class, which is the third class for the day. All right, at the top here, I want it to have the color of red. So I'm going to change the font here. We have done all of these things in our previous class. So these days, I want it to have the color of black. So here, maybe in the morning, we want to have CIT 101. The second class, we want to have Edu 122. Then we have break. After break, then we have our third class. Let's call it probably EDM 444. Tuesday, my first class, I want it to be CIT 611. Then second class, EDM 122. Half break. Then the last class, I want it to be ICT 123. The next one, I want to have a class TNT 102, KKK 333, then GIS 419. Okay, so this is basically our timetable. Oh, thank you very much. New timetable. Let's just call it class timetable. Thank you. Nice catch. Let's just call it class timetable or lecture timetable. It doesn't matter, just for illustration. Okay, we want this place to be break. Literally, our what we have in our normal timetable, we usually don't have things like this. Okay, we used to see this break go in a slanting form. All right, maybe the B starting from the bottom and the R, the E, the K. So I can't be writing it like this. Break, B, R, E. You know, it's so absurd. So the best thing I do is to select. I can see that this is on a column, right? So I will select all the attributed column, right? Then I will right click. I'll press the right side of the mouse. That's right clicking. Then I'll click on merge cells. I told you about cell, all right? So I'm going to click on merge cells. You can see that they are all in one accord, okay? So after merging it, I'm still not having my desired results. I'll still right click on it. Then I'll go to text direction. Which way do I want my text to go? Right? I want it to be centered. I want my text to be centered, to be at the center. Then measures in whatever. Coming 1 minute. Okay. Text property cell. No, text direction. Yes, text direction. Sorry. So I'll right click again. I'll go to text direction. Text direction. Then you can select if I want my B to start from the bottom or I want my B to start from the top. Okay. So let me click on this and I'll click on what? Okay. So you can see that I have I want it to be center. So this is my mail timetable. So I can also change the direction. I want it to be the other way around. So this is my what mail. Oh, sorry, this is my class timetable. Okay, so I will entertain any question immediately after this session. So I'm going to stop this session. If you have any question, I'm going to start up another session in the next 1 minute. Okay, then I will entertain any question that will end the class for the day. Thank you.